As another arbitrary fraction of eternity draws to a close, like it or not, I'm gonna regale you with a rant on everyone who deigned to have me play on their stuff this year. In reverse chronological order, Max Weathersfield. I met him on Noise Rock Now when he contributed to the Trigger Cut Disaster Relief Benefit. And it took me a while to realize what a prolific creator he is. Avant art noise, guitar improv, and electronics, with no fewer than 1,334 tracks on YouTube, replete with visual arts and incredibly offbeat titles. We've done at least 5 tracks together, and he introduced me to a whole nother world. The descent into seriously far out shit. Intellectual stuff that I, as a primitive pounder, was proud to play on. And it was with Max Weathersfield that I recorded bowed upright bass for the very first time. And through the comments on his channel, I met a whole nother community of creators doing cosmic ambient music that I guess you could classify as post-rock or something. And that's where loop-based Zero comes into play. Unfathomably productive purveyor of experimental guitar and noise with 2,752 videos. His comment section is ablaze with artists exchanging ideas, all of whom you can click on and discover their own worlds of non-standard productivity. Too many to count. Technically, we've only collaborated on one track so far, albeit indirectly through Max Weathersfield, but I'm hoping 2024 will bring us at least one track of loop-based shots. Next up. Violence. Named for the scene in Demolition Man, Hall of Violence is the decades-spanning dark electro oeuvre of old-school Hamburger grufti Joe, only my mother calls me Joachim Müller, with whom I have actually interacted in real life, and that never happens. We met online through the Disaster Relief Benefit for Yeah Studios, which blew up in a freak propane gas detonation. And since then, he has contributed heavily to all of my benefit projects, most notably United Help Ukraine, where he did all of the graphics and 6 of the songs. Having just turned 50, congratulations, he's been doing digital audio work since the Commodore 64 generation. Now, I love me some C64 back in the day, but I had no idea that the legendary SID chip was mighty enough for dark electro. Even more unbelievable, this guy actually asked me to sing for him. So now I'm Mr. Lead Vocalist in Hall of Violence. We've done 10 songs together, and, Lucifer willing, we're gonna do a bunch more over the course of the next fraction of eternity.
Sind sie wirklich planlos? Die im Höchsten sind wir bland. Die Zufälle wären zu groß. Einen Plan müssen sie wohl haben. Gestalten sie die Zukunft bei der Arbeit im Büro. Sind sie wirklich müde?
Number 5 is the one who kicked this all off. Lüneburg legend Tim. That's T-I-M. Terrorist in mind. Driving force behind the aforementioned disaster relief campaign for Yeah 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 Studios, this veteran of first wave 80s post-punk is living the dream. Being a rockin' old man, having recently embraced the blessing of retirement, Tim dedicates his newfound freedom to cranking out new material every month. Trad punk, post-punk, goth punk, new wave, and even a touch of dub reggae. He's got all the bases of cool shit covered, and actively promotes fellow music nerds by working with a litany of guest musicians every single month. I can't say enough good things about this guy, so I won't even try. Needless to say, it's an honor to play for this Lüneburg legend, and we'll be sure to cook out more shit together in 2024.
Auf unserem Vulkan, komm, lass uns tanzen, bis du nicht mehr kannst. Komm, lass uns tanzen durch die ganze Nacht. Komm, lass uns tanzen, auch wenn die ganze Welt zusammenkracht.
Bashfulness be damned, I will now flatter myself by saluting Sambergott. Well, technically it's my own band. This so-called supergroup is a collaborative effort beyond the sum of its parts. For the three of us could scarcely be more disparate. Gottschalk, Scourge of the Skins, strayed far afield from his post-metallic punk purview of 90s nihilists, Cox d'Orange, to provide the pulse for this petulant projection of a project. A synergy of synthology where psionics meets biology in the form of Alexander Berillo. Send me to hell, Spawn on the synthesizer. Gottschalk and I wanted to go industrial, and we found more than we bargained for when we got this guy who took care of everything. It surpassed our wildest expectations. A techno-hippie at heart, overtoned by metal of the blackest kind, trained pianist Alexander Berillo does it all. Composition, audio production, graphic design that'll send you straight to hell. Thanks Satan for Alex, and Gott for Schalk.
I am the machine.
Having shouted out those who were malevolent enough to collaborate with the likes of me in 2023, it is time to gaze ahead to prospective collaborators in the next fraction of eternity. First and foremost, maladaptation, because I know he's already got a track laid down for me. I just need to step up and do my part. The artist formerly known as Chaos Theory, maladaptation is an old-school EBMler and friend of Solidarity who has contributed songs and money to all of the benefit compilations I've worked on and creates nostalgic 80s dark electro sounds. Legend has it, he occupies a domicile just down the street from where Sambergott plays. So it's just a matter of time before our paths inevitably collide.
dich auf deine Lederstiefel. Mir wird heiß, denn ich weiß, du kommst heute in kniehohen Stiefeln.
Mr. Krass, another fiend of solidarity with an impressively imposing resume. Dodelef, Wir wilden Wichser, Projektil, A Lifeform 28, and The Cosmic Fruit Company. This guy has done so much stuff and so much to support my solidarity samplers that I don't even know where to begin, so I won't even try. Suffice it to say, 2024 will see some crass shit from Mr. Scheiss.
Black leather robot beats. Black leather robot beats.
And from the domain of Max Weathersfield and Loop-Based Zero, another artist I'd like to try a track with. R Montevergin. Cosmic sounds with equally cosmic visual arts, guitar and keyboards, occasional spoken word, and all sorts of ambiance. Her channel is chock full of atmospheric compositions that run as well in the foreground as they do in back. And I'd be honored to try my hand at contributing to one of these tracks.
Bist du noch am Leben oder fühlst du dich längst tot? Verblasst dein Selbst zu Schatten im Selbstverbot.
Now, it scampers on the surreal that we have yet to share a song together, considering how much solidarity sampling we've been doing with our mutual friend Terrace and mine, but Rudi Rastlos, Kommando Rostkirchen, Schengeling, Elektroschat, Rahmenschaden ad infinitum. Punk, goth, electro, and prolific wouldn't even begin to describe it. Rastlos truly is a man who lives up to his name. Needless to say, we're both busy as fuck, but if fate would have it, some Rastlos Scheiss might be forthcoming at some point in the future. What do you think, Rudi?
Kein Gloria auf das Ego, aber ne Lanze für das Selbst. Allein in diesem Sein brichst du das Faschismus-Spiel. Kein Ego-Fuck, kein Selbstverbot. Kein Ego-Fuck, kein Selbstverbot.
Next to last on my bucket list is truly a utopian fantasy, but who knows. Michael Ferrantino, of Bedtime for Robots and Love in Reverse. This guy is so busy and so next level, I can't possibly imagine what I could do in a collaboration with him, but Ferrantino has contributed so much to every single benefit compilation I've concocted that it wouldn't seem like too much of a stretch now, would it? And one last honorable mention to wind things down. Remember all those Russian draft dodgers I've been yakking about the whole time? The ones hanging out in Tbilisi, Georgia? Well, here they be. An oft overlooked upshot of the Ukraine invasion is the tidal wave of punk rock teeming out of Sakartvelo from the legions of dissidents who fled compulsory military service in Mother Russia to form bands in the bustling alternative rock scene of their new home in exile. A prime example of art from adversity. So this is Funeral Mess. Will there be a funeral shice? Probably not, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. And there you have it. A long-winded rant about all the ones who deigned to do a thing with the guy from Shy Squad this year. And another long-winded wish list of potential Shice projects for the future. So, Merry Christmas, and a prosperous forthcoming fraction of eternity to all.